is LS11.
Well, good evening and welcome to Any News LS11 this week on a Wednesday. A Wednesday this week due to the playoff final. And Lou might join us a little bit later, hopefully, but he's here. The man with the beard. It's Mr. the Bearded Peacock, Mr. George. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Aaron. Good evening, Terry watching. Or good morning, good afternoon, good night. Wherever you're listening to, I hope everybody's good. It's also being streamed onto my channel, The Bearded Peacock, as well. So if you're hitting it from that side, then very welcome. Everybody's welcome. How are you, Aaron, this evening as we are in England?
Well, the weather's been better, but we've got a general election. Let's talk a little bit of politics, George.
Politics, really?
A general election on the 4th of July, so that's something to look
forward to. You know what, Aaron? When did that come up? When did that go?
Literally about an hour ago, an hour and a half or something.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay, now.
And I think Jimbo's put things can only get better because there was a man playing that in the background.
Well, look, yeah, I mean, look. I mean, obviously, hopefully, I think a lot of the countries I've seen, a lot of the country wants us to win that final because the Prime Minister, of course, supports that team, Southampton's, or allegedly he was at their game, wasn't he? The other day. Apparently, he's a Southampton fan, so
he is.
So a lot of the country hoping that leads to him in and win that game. I think at Wembley on Sunday. So look, politics is politics. I don't know who you support, Aaron, if I'm being honest, and I don't know at times who myself even supports. So there you go. So it's, get in the comments and I don't know.
But, politics aside, George.
Yes. I mean, I actually have, Aaron. I know the shirts are on sale at the moment, and I've forgotten to wear it. But I've got the pink one.
Oh, okay.
Recently, which I was thinking, yes, I should wear, but I haven't done because I've forgotten. Oh, yeah. But
you can wear it proud and loud on Sunday, sir.
Well, it's certainly very loud, Aaron. It's the colours for sure. But yes. I was wearing that one that you're wearing out the other day, and I got quite a few people asking me about the final. Are you going? What's happening? Oh, what do you reckon? Do you think we're going to win? And of course, I said, of course, we're going to win. I know you're going, Aaron. I know it's going to be a super exciting and sounds like a very long day for you.
It is, and I just need to say, keep the comments coming in because we do read them all and we do appreciate them. So I'm just going to quickly go through this and then we'll jump in. Liam B is always on early. This guy. Good evening, Liam. He was literally on when I set up the stream. Leeds. Come on, you mighty whites. Maka says evening. Big Mally, hello again, sir. I haven't seen you for a while. Evening, boys. It's a flip of a coin.
Good evening,
my political party is not the monster raving loony party.
Jimbo.
I don't know. Need to do some research. Jimbo says, surely George's allowed to win
they're yet to come for me, Jimbo. I'm hoping they're just a little bit late with it. Maybe they're going to come in the next couple of days. Yeah, it might be. You never know, do you? Time is ticking. What is it now? 4 days to go or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, 36,462 Leeds fans, George, are going to be down at Wembley. It's going to be a sea of white down there on the west east side. I think we've been allocated. I'm starting to get excited about it now, if I'm being honest, George. But I have to say the tickets system on Saturday when I could get my ticket was a bit of a disaster. I don't know how people have been feeling in the comments if they've got tickets or whatnot, but I have to say it was a bit of a mess on Saturday when you had literally 25,000 people trying to get on the ticketing website. It just kept crashing for me. I don't know what people thought in the fitness if they got some as well, but it was a bit of a disaster. They could have done better, but who cares? I'm going.
Well,
that's my rant of the week gone.
Yeah, well, like I know that I felt your frustration on Saturday.
It was a disaster.
Kept saying, I'm not, getting through. And I know a lot of people, when I looked on social media, were similar. It's crashed, or I'm waiting, and now I've refreshed it or something, and it's taken me back to the back of the queue or something.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me. So I paid. So I got through. Selected. You could, like the lead ticket, you can select
your seats
and whatnot. But then what happened was, you selected it. You went to right. Oh, I'm through. You thought I was a robot. I thought I'm not a robot, and then it kicked me out. So I was about to put my card details in, and then it put me back down at the back of the queue. So like 14,000 in the queue, and then if they're in my basket, they weren't in my basket. It was a complete joke. And luckily, the only way I knew I secured the tickets was when, because I bought 4 for people I go to the football with. It came out my bank account. I thought, oh my God.
So you must have paid a good lot of money all in one go. Then.
I said quite wisely, I said, lads, you've got literally 2 minutes to get that 107 quid in my bank account. Otherwise, I'm going on Ticketmaster with these bad boys. And they're going for 10 times the price.
Wow. I mean, people, you don't know what's true or not, but people are trying to sell things online. I know Leeds have sold out this afternoon, haven't they? But Southampton have been allocated another, I think, 1,100 tickets or something like that. I think that was either today or yesterday. Look, I don't know. I mean, Josh, did you end up getting a ticket, mate? Did you get a ticket after those 3 hours waiting?
Gosh,
was it worth it?
Josh Bellamy, he will be there. He'll be on the Keithley White's party bus.
Oh,
he's
a friend of yours, is he, Josh? Yes, go on then. Get on the bus, Josh, and get yourself to Wembley. And
he'll be in. He will be in. I guarantee this. I haven't spoken to him, but I guarantee he'll be in the Royal Oak in Keighley. He probably won't go to sleep. He will be there at 2:00 in the morning, ready for a trip to Wembley.
Well, you can speak to him now on there. He's on there. But look, there'll be a lot of people there. How many did you say? 35,000 people. Obviously, it's the other half will be Southampton. And I know it was a difficulty trying to get tickets, Aaron. But like you said, if you go into the game, if you go into Wembley on Sunday, you'll enjoy it. I mean, you won't enjoy it if we lose. Particularly, as you said, you drive, not you personally, but you're driving back in a car. You're a part of a car that's driving back.
Yeah, things could change. I don't know. We'll see.
So, it's going to be a hell of a long way back if we lose the game. And, it's all the excitement. It's only good if you win the match. And, and at the end of it, obviously, you get the day, fantastic scenes. We end up in the Premier League. And I think that we will, and I think this team have its confidence back from the semi-final win. I think we'd do it, and I think we do this quite comfortably. Actually, if I'm being quite honest, I think it's going to be a comfortable win.
Do you think so? I have to admit, the game on first, obviously, we weren't on last week because of the playoff game. I have to say, that was probably one of the most amazing atmospheres I've ever witnessed at Ellen Road. Just from, it was literally, it started like 20 minutes before kickoff. I've never heard anything like it before. It was moving, the whole atmosphere. And the way the players responded to that, I think was fantastic. They played like Real Madrid. They blew them apart.
Norwich were terrible, but we came out like that, and we had to do that. Like you said, Aaron, the atmosphere was buzzing. It was absolutely brilliant. but they had to respond, and they did that because sometimes the players just wilt under the pressure. They didn't. They were straight at Norwich. Every single 50-50 ball, we were getting there. We were stepping up onto them, pressing them to, within the inch of their lives. And we're a better team than them. They were nothing. We're a lot better than them.
Yeah. They didn't turn up, George, Norwich. And obviously Wagner got sacked, at the end of it, he'd gone. But what was more impressive was that they handled the pressure extremely well and they used it to their advantage. It like the chains had been released from the front four. It was like to the old Leeds, which we saw, when we went on that amazing unbeaten run, and they just came to life. They just came to life. That's the best way to describe it. There were a couple of issues with, but they came over it. It didn't falter them at all.
Well, I didn't see any negative in that performance. I'll be honest with you, because it was just completely utter dominance, wasn't it, from the first minute? Yeah. And like you said, the way that Leeds handled that pressure, because it's a pressure cooker, is Ellen Road at that stage. Everybody's swirling the scarves around, the noise is building, the anticipation is building, and we ended up, just absolutely, like you said, taking it to our advantage and just blowing them away. Not rushing things, being calm about it. The early goal helped, obviously, but I felt even if we didn't get that goal, we were building on that pressure, and they couldn't handle it. The back four, even in the first leg, I felt like their back four, they were struggling at times. We just didn't press home our dominance and our quality that we have over them, really. And I think that's that. In the end, in the second leg. First leg was fine, 0-0, fine. In the second leg, we all knew, going back to Ellen Road, we could beat that team. And even if they turned up, I think we'd have beaten them still pretty comfortably, because the atmosphere just carried us home, really. And hopefully, Wembley... Anybody let me know in the comments there below. I don't know if you know, Arron, if any of this team have played at Wembley before. I'm guessing one or two of them might have, but
there's only one who springs to mind for me who's got any experience at Wembley, and that's Patrick Bamford. I know that somebody put in the comments earlier up, any updates on his injury. I think the press conference will be tomorrow or Friday. It won't be Saturday, but I think it'll be tomorrow, if I'm being honest. I think Leeds will go first, and then it'll be the Southampton presser. But
well, we are the home team essentially in this game. Big Mally asked Jimbo asked what kit we're in white.
We are
on Sundays, so that's a good omen. Thankfully, we're not in the one that you're wearing, Arron, because we never won in that shirt. So we're in white on Sunday. Like I said, I think for all intents and purposes, we are the home side.
We are.
So and let's wait and see. But I don't really, at this point, it's just a one-off game. It doesn't really matter about the injury of players and such things. I don't think Bamford's going to make it, is he? But for me, you send the same team out as you did last Thursday, and just say same again, lads. You know what I mean? It's a pressure cooker situation again. It's a big stage. Play it like you do anyway, and we'll win the game. I know we lost both games in the league against Southampton, but for me, these were different circumstances. Was it August or early September? We were in a mess. We hadn't started yet, really. And then the last game of the season was a dead rubber, and there was more. Southampton had to come and prove a point off the back of a few defeats. So for me, like I said, we win this comfortably. We win comfortably. We're better than they are. We're better. And Russell Martin going like that, and he's got some beef with Fark, hasn't he, because of some silly business going on about when he got to the club. He sort of sacked him off a bit and sent him out on loan, and sort of damaged his hopes of potentially managing the team, I think. And that was where his kind of beef comes from. It's a bit sore, really, that. And he will want to beat him, obviously, and he'll want to get to the Premier League. But like I said, we're the better team. I know we lost twice, but like I said, there were mitigating circumstances in both those defeats, Arron. And I think we're we're all full of confidence. Our team full of confidence that you don't beat it. You don't beat it. You just don't. Even the top two teams, they couldn't live with it. So we beat them. We beat them comfortably.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping this time for me, this will be my third time in my lifetime of 30, 35, 36 years. I've actually seen Leeds at Wembley. I saw them in the 95 Cup final when I was a little mini snapper there. I saw them in the League One playoff final against Doncaster when we absolutely got destroyed by Doncaster Rovers, and that was particularly bad. So I'm hoping for me, third time lucky. But do you know, I was thinking this, George, and I know we had a bit of a chat off, earlier this week about ticket prices and things. Realistically, this is the only time I'm going to see Leeds play at Wembley. Realistically, and it doesn't come around. It doesn't come around very often. Let's be honest. We ain't going to win the FA Cup. We ain't going to get into a Champions League final. We ain't going to get into an EFL Cup final. The only realistic final Leeds will play in is the Championship playoff final. And that's why I thought, do you know what? Sod it. It's an extra 20 quid. Let's enjoy and savour this moment.
Well, you say the moment when you're sinking into your seat after we've got beaten, Aaron. That's the other side of it, isn't it? But like I said, no, I agree. Obviously, like you said, you've been alive. What are you? 33?
35.
35, and you've only seen them play at Wembley twice. And that's you going, but that's you in all. I don't think they've played at Wembley more than that, have they, in that whole time? I've only seen them play at Wembley one time, and that was that Doncaster Rovers game. Obviously, the other one was the playoffs final, but that was at Cardiff.
Yeah, I went to
Cardiff.
that.
Yeah, and that was another sorry game. It was a sorry game, wasn't it, again? So, hopefully this team, like Glenn says, we play our best. We definitely win. You've got to say, like I said, we are the better team. Stuart says, hoping Southampton are very overconfident. I don't know if you watched Southampton on Friday night, Aaron.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
But they weren't good, and West Brom were similar to what Norwich were,
Yeah, I think Southampton on Friday, it took them a while to get going, and I think the way I see this game playing out for Leeds on Sunday is if they score first, they've got that momentum. You're going to have 36,000 Leeds fans roaring them behind them. If we can, the key thing with any of this, and this is going to be a massive game of chess, like it was in the semi-finals, you've got to pick your moment, and we've got to seize every moment. We can't afford to be missing sitters. We can't afford to be making defensive errors. You've got to literally take this by the scruff of your neck and say, right, do you know what, lads? Let's get this done. And that's the approach they need to take it, like they did against Norwich on Thursday last week. They've got to seize every opportunity they get. They can't afford to be sorry.
It's like the one at Norwich last week, like you said, Aaron. We didn't miss we did miss chances, but we were also.
It should have been 6, 7, 8
It should have been, but we're also before that we were clinical, so we made sure that we're in a decent enough. Nice early lead to we could afford it in a way to miss those chances because we'd established such a lead within the first 42 minutes of the game. We were pretty much home and dry, so we could afford to do that. But at Wembley's a massive pitch, isn't it? And obviously it's pretty much the same size as all the others, but I think it feels huge, doesn't it? So you've possibly got a lot more space to play in, So I think the lads, you've got to use that to your advantage, haven't you? And say, hey, play it around them. I mean, they have players to really hurt us at times, and I think we're all a little bit sick of that lad's small bone out. We got 2 goals against us over the 2 games in the regular season, scored again on their semi-final second leg on Friday. He's probably one to watch. But other than that, and Adam Armstrong, who of course got 2 goals as well over the 2 games.
Yeah.
What do you really see from them? I don't see much.
with Southampton, they're well organised. They were at Ellen Road, and I know we can't. What's unique about this game is you can't compare the previous two games. Yes, we lost to them. We did. That's in the history books. But actually, you can't. The way they're organised, the game is going to be like chess on Sunday. It's as simple as that. It's going to take one error, which will open up Smallbone or Armstrong or whatever, or Melier or whatever. It's going to open it up. But what I think with Leeds is if they go one down in the first opening 10 to 20 minutes, Leeds have got the quality to come back. And Southampton will sit and defend for their lives, and they will invite pressure and just soak it up. So the key for me is like what I've just said: get an early goal, calm everybody down, because that's what we need. The goal came at the right time on Thursday.
Yeah,
it came at the right time because it calmed everybody down, and that's what we need: calmness. And I do think defensively we look better. I wouldn't say we were great because there was an error between, was it Ampadu, who let Sargent in, and Melier made a world-class save. That for me is where your errors are. And this, in this high pressure tense game, you need your players to absolutely go for it and just be disciplined, like they were on Thursday. Repeat that performance, and I think we'll be okay.
Well, like I said,
20 minutes.
Yeah, well, like I said, Darren, you send the same boys out on Sunday afternoon as you did last Thursday, and you just say, "Look, lads, just go again, just do it again, and you'll win the game." Because we have better quality for me in the areas that counts. Yes, there are defensive errors. Yes, the goalkeeper Melier isn't the strongest. I know he made a fabulous save on Thursday at a crucial time, but he's not the best. He's not the most, and then we say that when he's got the most clean sheets and he won the Golden Glove. But he's still very shaky. And for me, although I love Ampadu and Rodon as a pairing, they both have that in them over the last few months where they have looked a little bit shaky. So,
but they've got, I completely agree with you, George. But what they've also got is they've got that experience of playing in a high pressure game. You look at a couple of months ago, Wales, Finland, in their playoff. They know how to, and they only lost that on penalties. Remember?
Yeah.
They've been there. I'm not saying it's the same because it's completely different because there's so much riding on Leeds for this, and they kind of lost for Wales because they knew that they had to win to, play in the Euros this summer and whatnot. So the pressure is there, and I think Leeds will be better prepared, I would say. And I think Southampton is what some of the comments say. They're overconfident. They seem up for it.
Well, of course they will, but it's because they've beaten us twice.
Doing a pitch invasion is a bit sick, though.
Look, that was ridiculous, and giving it to the West Brom fans at the end of the game, and that's what I liked about our sort of situation. Yes, we enjoyed it. Yeah, we got to the final, but nobody was getting overexcited. The interviews with the players afterwards, they were buzzing that obviously they've got through, but it was, let's go straight back into it. We'll enjoy it for a couple of days, and then it's straight into work for the final, and whoever we're going to get. Obviously, it's turned out to be Southampton. The well-organised Southampton, but I just feel like you said, Aaron, it's playing at that tempo again right from the very start, pushing them, pressing them.
And tiredness now for me isn't an issue because at the end of this game, you're going on a nice summer holiday, regardless of which division you're going to be in. You're going off somewhere, you're going to the Euro, I don't think anybody's going to. Who's going to the Euros from the squad for Leeds?
Cooper got into the provisional Scottish team today, I think it was announced, but you might think that maybe he might get shaved off at the end of it. I don't know.
But there's who else is going?
I don't think there is any actually. Glenn didn't get in. Did Finland get in?
Finland won. They beat Wales.
So they're in
Euro in Euro 24.
So Kamara will be going then. I don't think anybody other than that will be, to be honest. If I try and just scan down my mind and see, I don't think there is actually anybody who. No, Finland says. John says Finland didn't get in.
Oh no, they didn't. Oh, who did? Oh, did they lose to Poland? I don't know who they lost to.
Can't-
I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell
It
us.
might have been their match. I think Poland did get in, but
Yeah.
Wales,
Finland.
yeah, Wales beat Finland. Yeah, Wales beat Finland, and then
Wales had to play.
Wales lost to Poland. Yeah, that was right. So Poland got in out of all three of them. So yeah, I don't actually think that. I think you're right, Aaron. I don't think any of them.
No, Patrick Bamford for England.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are going actually, are they? Which is. Yeah, my mind completely went there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think any of our boys are there actually. So they can all have a
nice time abroad.
Hopefully, well, would you rather be going off on your holidays after getting crushing defeat at Wembley, or a fantastic win and going into the Premier League? So
Will Ferrell could take him on a tour of America.
Well, yeah, potentially. There's that investment from him as well, isn't there? Yeah. So look, and the team. I know we don't want to speak on it too much right now, but there are transfer sort of situations and rumours going around even just now, Aaron. But you think just hold off on that before we know which division we're going to be in. So the team will look a lot different regardless of which division we're in. I think even if we stay in the Championship, there will be changes, obviously. If we go to the Premier League, we'll keep a lot of the players and we'll have a lot of changes. So there'll be change all round. If we stay in the Championship, and I know we've got to speak about this really because there is a possibility of it, the Championship next season, Aaron, is going to look a heck of a lot easier, I think. And
don't. How is the Championship going to be next season? Okay, right. Let's think about this now. Let's have this out. Sheffield United are going to be on -2. That's confirmed. They're not concerned for me. They need to rebuild. Burnley, it depends on what happens with Company. Will he stay? Will he go? I can see him leaving. They'll probably keep the bulk of their squad, so they'll be pushing. Luton, I think they've banked their Premier League cash and they'll be building their infrastructure up, so I can't see them pushing. Oxford United coming up, are they going to blow us away? Probably not. It's a real remarkable achievement for them. Derby are back, as are Portsmouth. I can't see any of them blowing us away. So yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one to judge really because you need to see what happens in the summer, don't we? Really, before we can really start to look at the Championship for next season.
Yeah, of course. I mean, at the end of that game, we'll know exactly what division we're in, obviously. But I think, you're right. I think you can't really look at it too much. Company is going to Munich. I think he will go. I don't know how you can turn that down, particularly after managing at Burnley for a few years. I think that's amazing, really, that sort of situation. But
that's a remarkable.
Yeah,
when
it
you
is.
Think about it, what he's achieved. All he's done is won the Championship and got Burnley relegated. He hasn't really done anything else.
No, well, he hasn't. And then suddenly, I think Bayern Munich, to be honest with you, Aaron, are really struggling to get a manager in. That he's probably not the first choice. He's probably like the fifth or sixth form, not even on the list at the start of making a list choice. So, you know, what can you do?
Kieran McKenna's been linked with Chelsea and Brighton.
So you think, will he go? But I mean, that's for our concern if we get into the Premier League.
Yeah.
But you know, we've just got to focus on this game, and I think with all those fans behind them, the atmosphere, there'll be plenty of fans going without tickets. It won't be like that situation where that documentary and obviously everybody storms in because they won't have it like that. But there'll be plenty of fans in and around London on Sunday, you know, just taking in the atmosphere, taking in the day, and hoping that we're going to get a result, you know. So,
it's going to be It's anybody going down to London who's not got a ticket. You know, there's 108 of you watching this live. Get into the comments and tell us if you're going without a ticket because we want to know where you're going. Where pubs to be?
What's you going to do Sunday?
What's the go-to thing? And I'm sure somebody who's watching this live now will jump on and tell us. I just want to jump into the comments if we can, George, just to kind of see what people are saying. No negativity on this channel. Let's see. Southampton have very big centre backs. Hopefully, our technical players can run rings around them. If we play with the passion that we played against Norwich, I don't see Southampton beating us. Completely agree with that. Stuart says to see your own team play at Wembley is very special. For some of these players, it could be their one and only time to play there. These games are few and far between unless you bend the rules in your favour.
Fair comment.
Fair comment there. Every goalie, says Liam B, makes mistake. Now he's the best goalie in the championship. Yes, statistically he is. He won the Golden Glove as well. And Eric Popper says his connections. I don't know what he's on about there. I think he's on about the Bayern Munich job for company. And said it would go to the last game of the season against Saints. Who knew it would be Wembley?
Well, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Johnson. Yeah, last game was, of course, of the regular season at Ellen Road against Southampton. That, like I said, that was a bit of a dead rubber one. That one, but yeah, it was at Wembley against them. You had to say, Arron, when it got drawn up, we came third. They came fourth, 3 points behind us. You kind of thought it's probably going to be us against them in the final, and it's turned out that way, hasn't it? So don't get me wrong, Southampton will come and give it a go with the fan base, and they'll have a lot there, obviously. But I just see us being too much for them. I really, really do.
Yeah. Can I just mention as well, because I don't think many people have mentioned this, Liam Cooper. I want to talk about him because his reception on Thursday was brilliant, which he had. Absolutely superb. And fair play to Daniel Farke for putting him on for what? Even though he had to wait till we're 4-0 up when it was like the 86th minute or something when he came to bring him on. But he brought him on. It looks as though it's going to be his final Ellen Road appearance for Leeds. George, did you hear the crowd say and sing Liam Cooper's name? I was hoping and praying you heard it.
Yes, I did. Of course I did. And I did also spy him at one stage, Arron, where he turned a corner kick, I think, and he turned and clapped and sort of blew kisses to the stand behind in front of him. Sorry. Look, it was nice. I think I heard at one stage Aaron's chance of if Cooper scores were on the pitch as well.
Yep.
So look, I think everybody's gathered it. It's probably his last appearance at Ellen Road. I think hopefully he doesn't play at all anywhere near the pitch unless we're getting, we're winning with the last few minutes, like last seconds to go. Then throw him on, but winning comfortably at that as well.
Yeah,
but then hopefully that will be the only option though, where we'd see him on the pitch, because look, we all realise it's his last game, and hopefully they can do it for him. He'd obviously lift the trophy if we get there. So it'll be a great way for him to send off again, promoted again. That'll be 2 promotions for him, and that would be nice. I agree with a few people. Do you agree with Big Mally?
Do you agree with Big Mally though? I would give Cooper the chance to go out with a bang and Pamper doing
No. No. Well, you don't play him anywhere near the. Look what happened to him. I know he played in that game. We lost 3-1 at St Mary's, didn't he? And he played in that game alongside Pascal Strauch, I think. So you don't put him anywhere near the starting lineup. You only use him
Why?
Because he's poor, and he's a poor player.
His last game for Leeds United.
Yeah, but it's no sentiment. Who cares about that? Look at what's. But who cares? Look at what's at stake for the team. You pick him then and play him there. I don't give a toss whether it's his first or his last game for Leeds. He's getting absolutely nowhere near that pitch unless we're winning very, very comfortably. Nowhere near it, because he's not good enough, and he would no doubt make a mistake. And look, Arron, what if he makes a mistake and it leads to them winning the game or something like that? So, and then suddenly his last moments or his last game, in a Leeds shirt is known for disaster. Like Richard says, good evening to Richard. He says, no, Cooper, of course, we want to win. And I agree completely 100% with him. No need for sentiment, only when we're like, if we're winning very comfortably.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Otherwise.
But as he's counteracting his big malice, and look at the Arron Sergeant.
Yeah, I know. But that was like a tackle. He could have so easily got that one right. He just mistimed it slightly, didn't he? Whereas Cooper's errors are more glaring and obvious, aren't they, than just a mistimed tackle. I know he was the last man and Melier bailed him out, but no, Cooper doesn't need to play. Put him on the bench and
Coops gets on it with 3-0 up.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we don't need him anywhere near the team unless it's a comfortable. That's probably why I threw him on Thursday, wasn't it, Aaron? It was comfortable, obviously. Let him have that taste of Ellen Rowe for the last time, and I am Mally, I am, but as a player, not as a bloke. He seems like a good bloke, and he's done a lot for Leeds and the community, hasn't he? So, And
I think this for me, George says it, and Liam B's got this spot on. Liam Cooper is captain Marvel, a great servant to Leeds United. Cooper to lift the trophy in front of all the Leeds supporters. If we are winning, as George says, bring him on the 90th minute. I think that for me, 92nd, 93rd, whatever, as long as it's not penalties and we have to rely on that. But 2-3-0 up or whatever, bring him on and give him that final send-off. I think that would give him, Ayling, Alioski, Hernandez, Bielsa, all that can be put to a side then, can't it? Because that is effectively the end of the Bielsa team. Obviously, Dallas as well will be hanging around there, I hope, on Sunday as well. So hopefully, we can really, put this to bed with that. But I will, listen, George, I'm going to miss our Liam Cooper debates. It's entertained me for many years.
Well, you never know. Maybe down the line, we might sadly be talking about him. Well, not sadly. We might be talking about him as a manager or a coach in some capacity. So you never know. But yes, it'll be missed. Like I said, I will not miss him on the pitch, but as a captain.
Did you see him at the end of the Norwich game? He was the one who was saying, he was keeping them calm, and he was saying, look, one more game to go.
Yes, and like Richard says, he's a legend, but he should be sat on the bench getting the team up for the game. And I agree completely. He's a great captain in the dressing room, around the place. Get him in there. He knows exactly what's happening, and he's got the experience. He can G up the guys and get them ready and get them focused, and then enjoy it with them when we win. Yeah. But that doesn't make him, in a sense, any less in the squad. He's still in the squad, still doing his bit. He's just, at the time now, he's a cheerleader for the team on the pitch, and that's fine.
It's off the pitch what he's doing there, George. It's not necessarily on the pitch. You don't know what he's doing behind the scenes. He could be, we don't really know the ins and outs, but he's a big character.
Yeah, he is. No, absolutely. I'm not disputing that at all. That's what I mean. He'd be great in and around the place in this build up to this massive game. He'll be on the bench. He'll be with the lads. He'll be, I'm sure he'll be coaching them all the way through up until they get on the pitch and they kick the first ball. And if he does have to come on and play, he'll give it his all, but he's sadly not good enough. But even if he was to come on, he'd be still coaching whoever's next to him through the match. So he's a good leader. He's a good captain. He's just really, really lacking in the ability what we really need, which is
pace, which I think
it's horrible. You saw it at Watford, that game he played, and that was horrible. That it was really, really bad. And
you've just age. It gets us all.
Well, yeah, exactly. What is he? 32 now, I think he is. So he's going to struggle to keep up, particularly with players like Dennis, wasn't it? On that night, he just looked like he was running in treacle. You know what I mean? So bless him. He's trying his hardest. And he's Leeds, isn't he?
out of interest, because I think we're all in agreement here that will be his last game, and he will leave us in the summer, regardless of the division we're in. I think. Where do you see him going next? Where do you think he'll go?
I don't know. Now, I heard a rumor today. Now, I don't know how legit
You're the
this
man
is.
with the rumors. You're the man with the sources.
I don't know how legit this is.
Many sources, this guy.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But no, I don't know. I mean, Eric Papa says Hull. That could be a good shout, to be fair.
In the comments, where do you see?
Because he's from Hull, isn't he? He's from Hull. So, and I think he'd if he's going to Hull, I think he'd be like, I'm not playing against Leeds. I don't want to play against Leeds. Obviously, he won't get into the Premier League if he wouldn't get a Premier League team, would he, if we were to go up to the Premier League? But I think as well, I think he'd want to stay in and around the area. And this is the point what I'm going to make, Aaron, that a rumour that I heard today. And it's not considering where Liam Cooper is going, but this might tempt Liam Cooper as well. It's a case of where Bill is going, Mr. Luke Ayling, potentially going to Huddersfield Town. So maybe they can rock up together at Huddersfield in League One, you know what I mean? And that would be some kind of, so you might hear from your mate very shortly. I don't know about
I can't say. I actually was thinking about this today. Where would Liam Cooper go? I don't think he's going to go abroad. I don't think he's the type of character or person, but if he could get a big money deal, Saudi Arabia, Middle East.
There was talk last season of him going to Saudi, wasn't there?
Go for it. Take the money and run, lad. I can see Liam Cooper going to Wrexham.
Maybe, yeah. But I
think they will want a big name player to join them, and what better than the former Leeds United? They'll big it up. It's a former Premier League captain, all that sort of stuff.
Well, I think to be fair, I think they're going for Jamie Vardy, who's
I can see that.
He's a much bigger name than Liam Cooper, isn't he? But you're right. Maybe. I mean, but I think Cooper personally, I think he'll want to stay in the area. Yeah. I think he'll want to stay in the area. Middlesbrough, Hull, places that aren't too far
Sheffield
away
Wednesday.
from. Maybe, I mean, I think that he'll want to stay in and around the Yorkshire region personally. He doesn't seem like he doesn't seem like the kind of bloke to want to kind of uphaul his family to different areas, for the sake of him. So I think he'll want to stay in and around like Bill, Middlesbrough's not that far for him to go.
What's the deal with Ayling? Because obviously he's out of contract. Is it looking like he's going to go to Middlesbrough? It looks as though that, isn't it? That's the last thing I heard. I think he's going to join Middlesbrough.
No, I don't think he's joining Middlesbrough. No,
oh right. No.
I think he's a free agent, isn't he now? Or at the end of the season. Obviously he'll be there because he's on loan with us at the moment. His contract doesn't end till probably June. So he'll be there on Sunday, But I think he's just a free agent after that. I don't think Middlesbrough wanted to keep him. Or maybe I don't know. But
speaking of players who are returning, I've seen on Twitter that a certain Mr. Brendan Aronson's loan has ended and is returning to Leeds. Brendan Arron, George, he's coming back.
I mean, you look at all these players and you think, heck, they're coming back. He's coming back. Christensen, Mark Rocker, and all these types of players. Aronson. Yeah. But Aronson had a horrible season at Union Berlin, and they just managed to get away from relegation basically on the last game of the season. And they don't want him. I think I read somewhere that he said he was open to coming back to Union Berlin, but they don't want him. I think what's going to happen with Aronson, Aaron, is they'll sell him, won't they? For some
I don't
sort
think
of
the
fee.
49ers will. I genuinely don't think, because it doesn't make any sense. No. They will not take anything less than what Leeds have already paid.
I know.
Which is 25 million plus.
Yeah.
See, with all the wages and all that.
See, if I was him and you're coming back into the hopefully a Premier League team again. I mean, he'll get all sorts of pelters from the fan base, won't he?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it now. Oh, you went to play away, and then you come back when we're in the Premier League. But if I were him, I'd stick about. I don't. It's a different regime. He's he'll be a couple of years older. Got some more experience in a top flight division of a season. Champions League football as well. He did play in the Champions League at the start of the season as well. I'd come back and I'd try and get myself back into the team. I still think Aronson, definitely, if we remain in the Championship, I think Aronson could be a real asset to the team. But I've said that from a long way back this season. I do believe we're not going to get what we paid for him back. So then, he's on a long.
I remember you said back in January, get it back, bring him back.
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I thought there was talk of him potentially coming back in, and I feel like hopefully we won't stay in the Championship. Hopefully we'll be up come Sunday. But regardless, I'd like to see what he can do back in the squad. It's a new regime. I think Fark will be, open to the idea of letting these players back into the squad, and he'll want to have a look at what they can do in pre-season, regardless of what division we're in. If we're in the Premier League, I know not a chance, Liam, you say, but I think players like Mark Rocker and Aronson, and we'd be in a position where we can pick and choose who we want to stay, rather than everybody wants to leave. I just think. Maybe, we'll sign players, obviously.
Regardless of, there will be, there's going to be movement at Leeds this summer, isn't there? But,
there'll be movement in a negative way. Obviously, if we don't go up in terms of some of the prize assets going. In all honesty, probably really the only one would be Somerville, which would be a hell of a blow for us to lose, but we'll all be resigned to it if we lose on Sunday, I think. But other than that, I don't really see anybody else going. And I'd if I were him, if I were a bit like Bielsa, when we lost in the playoffs that year and then we went up, I'd say to them, look, you give us another year, and galvanise them and make sure that next time we'd just go and blitz it and keep the same squad near enough. You can't stop Somerville. I think Somerville will be gone if we don't win on Sunday. And if we do, Aaron, build the team around those sort of lads,
Yeah. Those ones who've stayed, I think those which have been out on loan, I don't think they should come and play for Leeds again. They've deserted us, and I don't think fans would let them lose. I don't think they forgive them. I think Nonto we have, but he's stuck around and he's still here. The rest I'm not so sure. I just want to jump into.
Nonto's been talking, Aaron, and saying something like he felt very low in the summer.
And that's what relegation does.
Yeah,
that's what sport does to you.
But then he thought, he sort of wished and hoped for moments like the final or whatever, or getting promotion, and that's what sort of made it swayed his mind in the end. And he knows Leeds. He knows it'd be silly to leave Leeds. He knows it because he's a young player, and Leeds have shown a good deal of sort of trust and everything and everything in him.
And that's where credit goes to Daniel Farke as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course.
He said to him, "Look, you only get one chance here, and that is it. Don't."
Yeah, of course. He needs to cherish the fact that he's at such a club like our club, which is fabulous in terms of its support, it's in terms of infrastructure, everything. You need to think, hang on, actually, I'm at a big club here. I'm playing in the second division. Let's just go and do what we can do. I feel a bit sorry for him as the season's gone on, Aaron, really, because definitely towards the start of it, he was doubled up on all the time. He started to create a little bit more space for himself as the season's gone on. But players like him, you build it round. Somerville, build it round them. You say players like Aronson shouldn't be playing again for Leeds, and I understand why you'd say that. But if he goes and bangs in a couple of goals on the opening day or whatever, within the opening few weeks of the season, and everybody then suddenly back on side, aren't they? So.
I think, yeah, you are right to an extent, but look, we've seen Aronson in the Premier League for Leeds. I know we haven't seen him in the Championship, but God, it's just not. It's the magic word, regardless of which division you're in: Championship, promotion, or relegation, survival in the Premier League, because it's one or the other. Consistency is key, and Aronson for me hasn't shown any consistency whilst playing for this badge here. Hasn't shown any consistency. Yes, he's had some wonder games. I think, my God, I remember last season when they were against Chelsea. You think, my God, but he was quickly caught out, and that's the issue.
He was.
I just don't think he's been good enough. This shirt is the heaviest shirt in English football, and I don't think he can handle it. You've got to be a certain character to play for Leeds.
Yeah, you do. And maybe he didn't realise that. Maybe he was coming off the momentum that he got off that Chelsea game. But otherwise, he was really, really poor last season. You can't get away from that fact. All of them were really. Thankfully, a lot of them have gone and gone on permanent transfers. I don't think there's that many loan players left. In terms of first team players to really come back. Eric says the only one he'll keep was Rocker. And I don't know. I think Rocker, again, probably might not be too bad, but again, it'll split the fan base where a lot of people say, no, he, like you said, he deserted us, and he doesn't get to come back when we get promoted.
With Warber as well. He was, he got all the pictures in all the kit, and then literally just like that had gone.
I know.
Same with Sinistera. All that.
I mean, look, the way that Sinistera did it, Aaron, was unforgivable. Thankfully, he's gone and signed for Bournemouth on a permanent transfer in January, didn't he? I think so. You've got to. You can't. He did it really wrong, whereas Nonto did it right. He apologised and he got on with it. Maybe Sinistera should have done that, because now he's sat on an injury table in Bournemouth. Maybe it would have been different for him. Obviously, he started the season with Leeds, and he looked interested, didn't he, as well, towards the start of it, and then suddenly it came out and didn't want to play, and
interesting. So how would this work? Because Sinistera, would he get a playoff winners medal? Sinistera, out of interest, because he's technically played for us this season.
I have no idea, mate. And I don't know how many games he played. I think he scored, didn't he? He scored against Ipswich in that 4-3 win, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's all ifs and buts, but if we kept him, I think we'd have probably gone up by quite a way, because he was absolutely unplayable in that league. The games he played, he really was. He really was.
Yeah. Speaking of shithouses, it's nice to see Jesse.
I see. Macca, what has he been saying, Mashkin? I know he's in charge of Canada, isn't he? He's in charge of Canada, but I think he's been bad-mouthing Leeds again. He doesn't seem to be able to. I don't know. I mean, I just heard something, but hopefully Macca can enlighten us with what he's actually said. But I did hear something like he was mouthing off about Leeds again.
He's probably taking credit for Leeds being in the playoff final.
He just doesn't. He doesn't seem to be able to let it drop for some reason. But yeah, he's back with Canada. I mean, they're playing the Copa America, aren't they? In about a month time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
in America.
Can't wait for Bielsa to come up against him. I was a bit disappointed, Aaron, because I looked at the groups. For Copa America, and I was a bit disappointed not to see Canada in Uruguay's group, but they're not. But Uruguay are in another former Leeds manager's group, and manager of Panama is Thomas Christensen, who will come up against Bielsa on the first game of their campaign. So Christensen against Panama against Uruguay. That's their first game of the tournament. So Jesus Christ.
So there's three former Leeds players. Sorry, three former Leeds managers in that competition this year, which is mad.
It is
But
crazy. I hope Bielsa just literally just absolutely steamrolls all of them. And I hope he comes up against Jesse Marsh. You could say, just shut up.
I
He'll go,
hope he does at some.
bueno, bueno,
I hope
bueno.
he does at some stage,
Bueno.
yeah, because it'd be interesting to. I think just for Leeds fans, just to see
Yeah.
because it was so much comparison from
Yeah.
his time at Leeds to Marsh's time to the style of play. It'd be incredibly interesting to see them paired up against each other. It really would. He said he was.
Go absolutely steamrolling them 10
Well,
0.
they will do, won't they? I mean, Canada are just not good
Here
enough.
we go. So this is what Jesse Marsh chat has been coming up with. Macca says he said the club was in a mess when he came, and a bigger mess.
But that was
bigger mess after he left. Oh God!
I know it was a mess. It was a mess when he left, though, wasn't it? It was a mess, but he caused that probably, and also I don't know. It was just carnage at that time, wasn't it? Early last year, it was just carnage.
Jesse Marsh is he was a good guy. I actually met him. I was very privileged.
I remember,
I met the guy. Very nice, very complimentary of everything and all that sort of stuff. I get that, but he does, and I'm not slating the guy because he's a nice guy. Deep down, he's a nice person. He's not, he just talk some absolute nonsense. That's the issue. So just enjoy Canada. Enjoy Canada.
Well, yeah, I think that was it. That was
Canadian
the only.
football.
That was the only thing. The only thing that he could manage was a national team. So don't think I think he's been found out a little bit, whereas a lot of teams probably don't want to take him anymore. Look at the amount of teams that he's probably applied for. You know what I mean?
Southampton.
Yeah, exactly. Southampton didn't want him. I think Leicester as well. Immediately after he got sacked from us as well. Well, yeah. I think he didn't want them, did he? And I think, I don't know. It was a bad choice in the end. But it could have gone. There could have been so much right about it, but it just didn't end up being the right thing and they took too long to sack him, obviously, at the time, and it was just a mess. But
Eric Papa says he doesn't have a clue about football. He looks like my GP did.
Totally. No, he just talked, didn't he? He just knew how to talk, and and in the end, his football was pretty one dimensional, really. In the end, and it didn't work out well.
Yeah, the best one, slated Jesse Marsh here, but the best one was when he was on Monday Night Football this season.
Oh, yes.
And he just started talking the most nonsense thing I've ever heard in my life. And he just started going on about nonsense. It just, even Jamie Carroll was looking, what?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, pal?
Exactly. Yeah. He just knew how to talk.
Talk, but couldn't walk the walk.
No, he couldn't, could he? And in the end, you'll see how he gets on with Canada. They're playing, like I said again, in the Copa America. So
they ain't gonna be in. They ain't gonna get out of the group.
I can't remember, actually, off the top of my head. I think it's.
Let me have a look.
I think Argentina are in it, but I can't remember. Yeah. I think Argentina are.
Oh yes, that's the first.
Is that the first game? Yeah,
that's the first game. So Argentina, Peru, Chile, and Canada.
Right. So it's it's a difficult one, really, because Chile are all right. They might beat Peru, but obviously Argentina is a different one, isn't it? It's hard. Yeah. So he's got a bit of a fight on his hand, like there, but good luck to him.
Uruguay have the US of A.
Oh, okay.
That's in their group, so I hope it comes up against. Well,
they will, won't they? Tyler and Brendan Aronson and Weston McKennie and all of them. You know what I mean? I'm sure they'll be in the group. But
final Jesse Marsh battering. Yes, I did actually. Did you see the Jesse Marsh?
I didn't see it, but I saw a load of clips of it when it came out, and I just couldn't be asked to listen to the whole.
If you want to waste an hour of your time, it is quite funny. Actually, I would recommend. It's an hour of your time you'll never get back.
Again, he'll just talk
nonsense,
rubbish for an hour and plus maybe, and you come away sort of thinking, "Oh gosh, why did I do that to myself?"
It's a bit like our show. We talk nonsense for an hour.
Yeah, but at least it's about things that people are interested in, I suppose. And there's people watching now, and I don't know how many people are.
You got 166 posts.
So there you go. You know what I mean? On a Wednesday night.
Yeah, we're quite happy with that.
Yeah, that's all right. That is because I know as well at 7 o'clock there was another quite substantial channel going live as well. So
who's that?
Well, we won't mention him. We won't give him the props.
I'm going to mention BBC News and election.
Oh yeah, well, there's that as well, isn't there? You know, there's that news as well to go along with it all as well. So maybe people are pouring over that. You know.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into it then, George. Our final prediction of the season. We will be back next week reviewing the game and a little end of season. Then we'll have a couple of weeks, and then we'll come back throughout the summer as we always do.
Yeah.
But George, Leeds United take on Southampton in the EFL Sky Bet Championship playoff final. What is the score predictions? Get your score predictions in the comments. How's this game going to go? Because it's prediction time. George, how do you see this one going?
Like I said,
let's not jinx anything.
Like I said at the top, Aaron. Yeah, I think obviously it'll be a raucous atmosphere. People will be excited and probably tanked up with a lot of alcohol at the time. I imagine, you know, but you don't want to get so much in that you miss the game. I think Leeds will start quickly. I think Southampton might have a slightly different game plan. Maybe try to soak up our pressure and hit us on the counter if they can. But I think we'll get an early goal, within the first 10 or 15 minutes. I see us winning it 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, comfortable. Like I said, I just think it'll be comfortable. They'll have moments in the game, Aaron. They'll have moments where they might threaten to score. They might come close once or twice, but I just don't see us being stopped. Past that atmosphere, that performance on Thursday, they'll just be on a high. They'll want to get it done now. They'll want to be playing it every single day of the week that gets, from then till the game. They'll want to play the game. They'll just want to get out and do it again. And I just feel like we'll see completely almost a carbon copy of what we saw on Thursday. I just think they'll have too much. They'll have chances. They've got players that can hurt us, but I just feel like we've got the better quality in the right end of the field to see us home, and the fans as well they'll just want to do it. 3-0 win.
3-0. Scorers.
I'm going to go Somerville. All three.
All the hat trick at Wembley.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. I think that's it. I just feel he'll definitely get at least 2, but I feel like maybe when he gets 2, he'll want to get the 3rd. And it doesn't really matter because we share the goals around so much. But I think Somerville's obviously the higher threat, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay. For me, I can't see it being a high-scoring game like that, Josh. I have to be a little bit negative with that. I think it's going to be 0-0 after 90 minutes, and I think Leeds will win it in extra time by 1-0. And shall I tell you who's going to score it? And I've said this right from the beginning of the season. I've said this all along. This is Patrick Bamford's time to shine. He's going to score the winning goal, and we're going to win 1-0.
I don't think Bamford will be fit, but
he'll get him on that bench. He will get him on that bench if he's 80%.
Maybe
because he will give us the first game against Norwich in the semi-final first leg. We were missing that real central striker. Pirot came into it in the second leg. I just think Bamford, when we play with Bamford, we've got that little bit more of an edge. I know I do like Pirot. I do like him. I can see him starting, but I do think it's written in the stars. I genuinely think Patrick Bamford is going to score the winning goal to lead to the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, like you said, fairy tale stuff, really. But Yeah, I'd love that for him and for everybody, but
He'll
I just don't.
silence the doubters and the haters.
I just don't see him having any chance of
Yeah,
playing, to be honest with you. But
yeah.
again, yeah, I don't think any of us can take any of that really. But
No.
that's
But
what
who
we
knows?
do.
I just hope Leeds give me a good performance to be proud of, whether we win or lose. That's all I ask. I don't want to be go there and steamroll 4-0 by Southampton, and we've just got to perform. It's as simple
Well,
as that.
yeah, exactly. Perform
Yeah.
and forget the games in the league. Oxford beat Bolton. They lost twice to them in the league. I think they got smashed as well in one game.
Yeah, they did,
So
right, yeah.
I expect them to put on a show and just go from where we left off on Thursday night. And I do.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
Early goal,
just
idea.
early goal, hit them, don't give them any space, suffocate them completely on the ball, straight to the ball. No, you're not getting that ball. I'm going for it. You're not going to get anywhere near it. And play our game. Just play it around us. Look comfortable on the ball. I thought Glenn Kamara was great on Thursday. He needs to have a game like that again. Control the whole thing. Look very calm on the ball. Look for your pass. Do the easy, simple thing. Keep the ball, because obviously, like we know, if we have the ball, they can't score. And we're so dangerous on the ball when we're in that kind of mood. So get us in that mood early on and just go there and do it.
Absolutely. Let's jump into the comments with some predictions, see if you agree with these. Eric Papper says 3-1 Leeds. Liam B. 2-0 Leeds. Nice early goal. John, 2-0 Leeds. Got to keep our 49% win rate up against them over 100 games. Good start there.
Wow, yes.
Maka says 2-0 Leeds. Big Mally. Time for Rutter to shine. 3-1 Leeds. What think the larger pitch will suit our play, says John.
I agree, because I think it'll be wider.
Yeah,
obviously, and I think we play a lot on the wing, don't we? We like to do the overlaps with Firpo and Somerville, and keep the pitch wide and cut into the penalty box. I think it will suit us, and we've got to use that to our advantage. I mean, John says, Rutter plays well, Leeds play well. It's generally the case. I think he is a bit of a catalyst, and he'll be doing the same things as what he always does. He'll be combative and keep the ball well, I'm sure. And he does amazing things, really, with when he's running with that ball, in terms of muscling people off the ball and keeping it close to his feet. And we just need to forget it's Wembley, forget it's a place in the Premier League. Just go up against them, do our job, and I think we've got enough. We've got more than enough to beat them.
Okay, Stuart, 4-1 Leeds.
I mean,
Eric Taz, Piro 2, Nonso 0.
I mean, what kind of strange feeling would it bring if we were to be winning 4-1? And we're going into the final stages of that match, knowing that we're pretty much home and hosed. I mean, it'd be such a party atmosphere at that stage. No nerves, just excitement. And, it'd be excellent. That really, but
it'll be good if it happens. Stuart also says stop Smallbone, and they run out of ideas. They were very poor when he was injured.
Yeah, exactly. He is the man that is the catalyst for them as well. He creates stuff out, and often they do look to him quite a lot to go and push forward with chances. And Adam Armstrong as well is very, very difficult to stop. I think Ryan Fraser on his day, if he starts, will be a problem. Shea Adams as well, if he's fit enough.
Could be injured. He could be injured.
He could be injured. And then if he is injured, then that's fine. I mean, he's going to Wolves apparently anyway next season anyway. So, I would let him on the pitch. Only just though, he can play the final 10 seconds of the match.
Okay, Piro Road up Scotland set piece, says John Bamford. No chance, says Jimbo. My heart won't survive. Arron, no extra time or penalties. Yeah, we don't want that. Richard says 3-0 Leeds. Wembley was made for Rutter. It's time for him to shine, isn't it, George, with that one? 2-1 says Jimbo, not sure which way, but I will need a defib. Oh, God. Daddy James add pace in the last 15 minutes.
See, that's another thing that we've got. We've got him as a little bit of a weapon coming off the bench where they might be a bit tired. He can just run them into the corners and, run them up the field, up into the right half of the field as far as we're concerned. So,
and if it does go to extra time as well, you've got that extra
exactly.
30 minutes.
You've got that extra bit of pace for them to think about. So we've got, good quality ammunition in our arsenal, and I think it's better than what they've got. But it is a game of football, and anything can happen. We might not turn up, and they might have a good game. They might win it 1-0 off a dodgy set piece and a goal or something, out of nothing. So we've just got to be wary of them. But I do believe that we've got too much.
And let's not forget as well, George, our old favourite friend is back for this one.
Who's that?
VAR.
Oh, yes, VAR. Yes, of course. Yes. So no doubt it'll be such a Leeds thing that, we score a goal that in the 90th minute it'll be chopped off the VAR, won't it? So, unfortunately, that is the thing. If we go up with, we might not have to contest with, depending on how it goes with that sort of that sort of thing that Wolves have introduced. They've tried to get people to get on board with binning it off for next season. So
let's hopefully have this debate in the summer with that, George. And then I think Jimbo has just summed it up there. Message to Melia, just catch the bloody
exactly. If there's a ball coming off a corner kick, don't punch it, just catch it. You'll save us all heart attacks in the crowd and everybody watching it. It's horrible watching him play, to be fair. He just doesn't look at any point really very comfortable. The ref on Thursday was excellent, to be fair, wasn't he? He let the game go. He let the thing just go, and everybody get on with it. Whereas the referee in the first leg was blowing up for everything, wasn't he? So he was very good. I think now, unfortunately for us, Arron, the referee, I can't remember his name, but he's only refereed us once, and guess where that one was? That was, of course, at St. Mary's when we lost there 3-1 in August. So, let's wait and see.
We will wait and see. But again, different game.
It's completely different.
Or 120 minutes away from the promised land. Well, George, where will you be watching it on Sunday? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I think I just watch it at home, Aaron. You know what I mean? Try and sort of isolate myself for 90 minutes and try and keep me calm and then enjoy it afterwards. It's always a very tense situation. I can't always quite, I get very animated and and everything like that. So sometimes it's not, I will never apologize, but sometimes it isn't the most pleasurable experience for people watching with me. But that tends to be why I try and isolate myself and watch it.
It's just going to be a pressure cooker, isn't it?
That's what I mean. So particularly in that sort of game, I'm no good in the pre-season friendly against I don't know who. So. Exactly. So when we're in a playoff final game that it was so much at stake, probably just leave me be and let me watch it for 90 minutes, and then I will either be crying or enjoying it at the end.
Just interesting, and I'd like to know what people say in the comments here. If you could give the Leeds United players one message, George, going down to Wembley on Sunday, what message would you give them?
Well, just go and play like you did on Thursday. Go and play like you did. Don't, and it's cliche, isn't it? But just play your best. Just play your best. Do your best, and just do it. You're better than them, even though you lost. Don't worry about that. Don't even get it into your thinking. Just play the game that you can play like you've done for the whole season, pretty much, and you will win the game. Enjoy it. Look at the crowd before the game and think, hey, come on. They're going to be bouncing if we win that game. We've got it in our control to win that and send them into absolute madness. And just think how good that will be. And, just enjoy it. Enjoy the atmosphere, because like you said, Aaron, they don't get to play much at Wembley. They might not in the whole rest of the careers. It's a fantastic stadium to play at. Enjoy the atmosphere, but enjoy it because we've won, because you won't enjoy it if we lose. And you don't want to think about that. So go and just play the game. Play the game as you can, and you know you can. And we will beat them because we're better than them.
George Brook Bielsa, thank you. Somebody needs to clip that and send that into Liz.
Just go and do it.
Just
play your best.
Yeah.
You know, you play the best. Know the city. Know the everything that you're playing for, because they're going to be right behind you. Think about that. Think about the people that you've come with. Think about it all. Even think about the pay rise that you're going to get if you want to when you get to the Premier League. And think about your new kitchen or your new whatever you're going to buy. Whatever reason, you don't have to think about the fans. Some players aren't like that. Just think about, if you want to do it for personal gain, do it for personal gain. If you want to go off and join whoever at the end of it, go off and do that. Just give us that 90 minutes of everything, you know. Just give it everything. And
give it everything. Give it everything. Do it. Do it. Just
do it. You know what I mean?
Do it, Leeds.
Well, yeah. You know, he might be buying a new kitchen with his pay rise, Jimbo. I don't know.
He won't be buying a new kitchen, pal. He'll be buying a new house.
Well, he might even buy 2 houses, but you know, 3 houses with his new wages. But if you've got to think, whatever you've got to think about to get you in that mood to win the game, just do it, because if you want it more, you'll get it. And that's what happens in football, isn't it? If you want it more, even if you're not the best team, which we are the better team of the two. So given that, and given the quality that we've got, we should just do that.
Do it. Okay, George, you've been spot on according to Big Mally. I hope Fark is listening. Don't have any regrets. And we've just got to do it. And
just don't regret it. Don't regret it. Don't come off the field thinking, oh no, I missed a sitter there. What if I had scored that? We would have been in the Premier League by now, and you know, all this, that, and the other. And I would have been able to buy myself a new kitchen and a new house and or whatever. You know how it is. With football, they immediately get the pay, you know, or whatever.
They can enjoy the summer though. This is the key.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing as well, Aaron. Enjoy the summer. Don't go into the summer with your families, with whoever, thinking, oh gosh, be in the moment. Enjoy your holidays and enjoy it more by having won that game. Don't be thinking about it afterwards, thinking, oh, I could have done better in that game. Just go there and enjoy it. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your holiday knowing that we're going to be playing Premier League football next season. And that's all it is.
Big Mally says, are we doing a post-match stream? George will do his reactions, I think.
Yes.
I'll be on the way back from Wembley.
Yeah, I mean, I'll when I can, I'll be doing something.
But we will be back next week.
Yeah.
Take your chances and make your memories, says Stuart. Nice wise words.
Do
it for George, says Jimbo. Get George in the changing room for the team talk, really.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? You just come on, just do it. You know, you've got all these people there watching you, who've paid hundreds of pounds to see it. They're going to be disappointed if you don't put everything in. So just put everything into the game. Like you said, Aaron, all you want is a performance to be proud of. And if they do that and get beat narrowly or whatever, then you can't put anything else on it. You've got to say, we did our best. Disappointing that we've got to spend another year in the Championship, but you did all you can do. If you go out there and get beat 3-4-0, then that's unforgivable. You've just got to play to your best and forget about everything else that's going on. Whatever's going on, people dealing with all sorts of stuff. 90 minutes of football, they've got the chance to make everybody absolutely elated. So go and grasp it.
They have an opportunity, don't they, George? And I know we joked about this weeks ago on this show. We joked about our promotion party and you being on top of the club shop.
Yes, exactly.
with a crate of lager and whatever, loving life. They literally have an opportunity to literally create pandemonium in the city of Leeds.
That's what I mean, and that's what I mean. They've got it within their power to just to make people go into, just not Exeter, ecstasy. Unless you want to go to Exeter, if drive all the way to Exeter if we won the game, but no, look. They have the power in their hands to make people go into ecstasy at the end of that game,
and they will if they do win.
That's what I mean.
People outside Ellen Road,
yeah, absolutely.
Square. It's just going to be carnage.
People will be, and those players, and what you say as well to them is you can make yourself a bit of history of Leeds United of recent times. And people are talking about that team like we do with the Bielsa team only a few years ago. Oh, remember that game? Remember him? Oh, he was fantastic. And what a game he had in the final. And whatever, even if they're moving on, they're making themselves a bit of history of Leeds United and making people happy. And what's better than doing that? You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. And speaking of making people happy, if you want to see myself, Big Lou's going to be down there on Wembley Way. Ryan is going to be down there on Wembley Way. We're all going to be down there. We'll all be there having a good chat. You can come on and say hello to us on Wembley Way. We'll get some,
exactly.
It'll be nice. It will be nice.
Yes, it'd be nice to everybody go and see the guys there. Perhaps you can do a little impromptu live situation outside Wembley if you can get connection. I don't know how good the connection will be, to be fair.
I'll be there in my white Leeds shirt and my shorts because when you go down London, it's like a foreign country. It's going to be warm, it's going to rain, but it'll be still shorts weather.
You'll be wearing white, will you, Aaron? You'll be matching.
Yeah, I'll be wearing my home shirt, specially bought for this occasion.
You've just bought it?
Yeah, I had it a couple of weeks. I bought it for £18. What a steal it was.
£18. That was probably presumably with your discount.
It was. I thought, what a steal.
You can't go wrong, can you? Just be careful you don't eat your tea on it and spill all your tea down.
I don't plan. I plan to drink, spill lots of alcoholic beverages.
Oh, you might not. Yeah, well, you might not get it out, but it'll be a good memento for the game, won't it?
I'll get the thing framed if we do it. But I just hope for 36,462 fans making the from my house to Wembley is 195 miles. I just hope, for God's sake, don't knacker this Leeds for me. 109. I did Brighton away last year, and that was bad enough. But doing Wembley will be even worse for me. So I just hope to God they just put on a show.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll get me down there. I'll take a lift in your car. I'll settle for that outside the stadium. Why not? Yeah.
Buy a hot dog and I don't think they do hot dogs at Wembley. Where's the pub? I've been looking at the pubs online. I'd like to soak all that atmosphere up. The boxed bar is down there, but for me, I'm not going to be hammered. I'll have a few beverages. I'll enjoy the moment, but I want to enjoy this because, as I say, it's rare that we go to Wembley.
Enjoy it. You don't want to get all tanked up before the game and forget the game. You want, if you're that way inclined, do it after the match if you want to. If we've won, celebrate after the game. But during the game, you want to be focused on the match and enjoy the atmosphere. Remember the atmosphere. If we win, and then you can go and get blathered if you want to.
And we will, George. We will be on Monday. We'll be live from Millennium Square.
See, that's another thing, isn't it? If we win, you've got the parade probably and all that kind of thing to come. So, excellent
stuff. Well, if you're going down, safe travels, Leeds United fans. We will see you down there on Wembley Way. I can't wait. I'm absolutely buzzing for this. I'm not going to sleep on Saturday. It's like a kid at Christmas. I just hope to God I'm not disappointed. I think, George, what you should do for the 180 people who are watching us live, I think you should sing us out with a rendition of Marching On Together.
Okie dokie.
Good luck, Leeds. Do it for the team.
Come
do
on,
it for George.
Leeds.
Do
Come
it
on.
for LS11. Do it for us all. Do it for his hearts. But
Do
George,
it for Leeds.
bring us up to Wembley. Take it away.
Here we go with Leeds United. We're gonna give the boys a hand. Stand up and sing for Leeds United, 'cause they are the greatest in the land. Do, do, do. Every day we're all gonna say we love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Everywhere we're gonna be there, we love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Go
Marching on together, we're gonna see you win. Na, 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 na. We are so proud. We shout it out loud. We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Well done, John. Lovely, 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 lovely. You've got me in the mood. I might have a Stella now.
Oh, come on then.
Woo!
Come on then, Leeds.
Thanks,
Come
guys.
on.
We'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll be a lot happier. And we will go from there. See you soon. And enjoy Wembley, guys, or wherever you're watching the game on Sunday.
March on together, everybody. See you.